Hi, thanks for tuning in. My name's Steve. This is Working on the House. A little bit different today though. I'm not working on my own house, I'm working on someone else's house. Someone you might recognise. There's another YouTuber, slightly more followers than me, a little bit more successful, but he's basically asked me to do him a few favours. He's had some work done, had this big extension put on the side which has created this lovely double garage, and he just needs me to do a few bits and pieces for him for storage and what have you. So he's got this rather lovely bicycle that he's inherited, and I'm going to be installing a hanging mechanism and a few other bits and pieces. So let's get started, see how we get on. So off camera I've unboxed the mounting kit. It's by a company called Fisher, and the instructions were pretty much useless, but thankfully they did have a picture showing how it's actually mounted and what have you, which is pretty useful because I can see from that straight away that it's designed to be mounted on a flat level ceiling, which is going to be a problem here. So if I pan the camera around, as you can see, it's a vaulted ceiling, so none of it's level, none of it's flat. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to mount a bit of timber that is flat and level to the ceiling by using some steel brackets and what have you. So I've been back home and got some more materials. Let's have a go. So essentially I had to take measurements because when the bike is elevated, these pulleys need to sit between these brackets to go to its full height extension. So I've placed the brackets and taken some measurements, and I've now got an idea of how far apart these two need to be up on the ceiling, which is actually 730mm, and also needed to work out the distance from the wall. So I'm allowing 380 to the centre line, which then gives me a little bit of clearance, so as we're hoisting the bike up, if it's swaying a little, it won't catch the wall. Well, that's the idea anyway. So many things you've got to actually think about and try and plan ahead, and obviously you don't want it causing any obstructions with any of the equipment that's here, so don't want it obstructing the light switch or fouling the kitchen sink. So it was a case of trying to estimate where we need it. Using the laser level again was a great help with that, so I was able to place the bike where we wanted it, not causing any obstructions, and then I could project those lines up higher up really nicely and easily. there we go, mission accomplished. The design of the hooks wasn't perfect, so we've just used some spare string to sort of tie it off as well. It's just a sort of bit of backup. And we rotated the saddle through 90 degrees, so the hooks actually sit underneath the saddle and take hold, so it's a lot more secure now. But yeah, happy with that. Nick's happy, so I'm happy. Right, next little project is this little clothes hanger, which I've assembled. There's not really much to assemble. It's just cast iron frames where the slats just fit through. It's basically 200mm to the outside edge to the centre line. So we're going to allow 100mm for clearance, which gives us 300mm. And Nick basically wants it mounted pretty much in the middle of the window, which isn't going to be exactly the middle because we've got to go by the joists. So I've set my laser up. Again, this makes life a lot easier. So in a small mark on the floor, a pencil mark, 300mm. Same on this side, 300mm. And projecting the line on the floor. We'll project up onto the rafters, and I'll be able to mark with a pencil that line. Unfortunately, a little too bright, can't see the laser line from the camera's position. Use the laser and make sure quite an interesting little project this. Basically Nick's got his original wheels for his car and he wants to display them on the wall because he wants to keep the original ones in case, you know, he sells the car, he's got the option of putting them back on the car. So it'll be quite a nice display feature along the wall. So he's got these brackets. I'm going to use my laser level and set them all out and try and get it all equidistant as best I can, giving enough clearance so I can still use the racks for storage and enough clearance for the garage door. Let's give it a whirl. One, two, three, four.
Well, that's been a very exciting and worthwhile day. Mr. Steve has done marvellous works. We've now got a levitating bicycle. We've got hooks for my car wheels over here. We've got a bit of wall art going on over on this side. And here's the man himself looking very proud, as he absolutely should. He's done a marvellous job. He's a splendid fellow. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Aquaholic. And if you must, you can like and subscribe to Steve's channel as well. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whoosh.